live on your tablet, phone, and the KUTV app. This is 2 News Live.
A Monday edition of 2 News Live. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brian Schnee. It is March the 4th. We're going in depth tonight on something that happened over the weekend, but there's a follow-up to this. The tumbleweeds from this weekend's windstorm. Before we dive in, though, here is a look at what's making headlines. You can find all these stories on our website, KUTV.com. Salt Lake City police have identified 2 men who were killed in a workplace shooting at an X-ray component manufacturing facility. This happened on Sunday when officers responded to Varex Imaging, 17th South, 27th West. Miller Bin was found dead in the parking lot of the facility, and Hay Lee was found dead inside of the building. Both had suffered apparent gunshot wounds. Officers found a firearm near Bin's body. Detectives still trying to find or determine a motive behind the shooting. Also in your headlines tonight, a person in custody following a shooting at a McDonald's parking lot that left a teenager in critical condition. Happened on Saturday, 45th South near I-15 in Murray. Police say 3 teens were in a car when a gun went off. Police later learned that John Alvaro Alarcon Paredes fled the scene after the shooting and left the state. Now detectives tracked him down in Colorado, where he was taken into custody and is currently awaiting extradition back to Utah on a possible attempted homicide charge or charges. Also in your headlines today, the Supreme Court unanimously ruled former President Donald Trump should appear on Colorado's Republican presidential primary ballot. The decision comes after months of debate over whether Trump violated the insurrectionist clause in the Constitution's 14th Amendment. Now, a group of Colorado voters claimed that Trump's role in the January 6, 2021 attack, if you will, on the U.S. Capitol made him ineligible for office under the insurrectionist clause. Finally, in your headlines here, gas prices still rising. According to AAA, the average cost of a gallon of regular gasoline, $3.35. That is 9 cents higher than about a week ago, 20 cents higher than last month's average. Here in Utah, the average cost for a gallon of gas right now, at least that regular unleaded, $3.13. So for once in a while, we seem to be below the average, but that is slightly up from last week's average here in the state, $3.04. I paid less than $3 a gallon. If you're wondering, you'll have to send me a message where I got that down today. As we go in depth tonight, you can always get in touch with the show. We'd love to communicate with you any way possible. Use the hashtag 2NewsLive. That's one way you can join the conversation. Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, any of those places, send a DM to weigh in or just say hello. Let's go in depth. It's a story that is blowing up online. Tumbleweeds taking over entire neighborhoods. In Eagle Mountain, city leaders are helping people there try and clean all of these tumbleweeds up. Oh man, the pictures we got in the newsroom this weekend, pretty remarkable. Christian Cita spent the day in Eagle Mountain. He joins us live now here on 2 News Live. All right, Christian, you got the tumbleweeds behind you. This is 2 News Live, man. Show me the scene. How are things looking out there? People seem to be packing them into big dumpsters now, right?
Yeah, that's right, Brian. Right now, if you can see behind me, there's, piles and piles of those tumbleweeds, and people are gathering those or dumping them in these dumpsters that the city provided here. I did talk to a few neighbors earlier today, and they told me that they're pretty happy with the way the city has been responding to this. I did get a few phone calls, and others do tell me that they wish the city would respond in a different manner. Again, I did talk to the city, and they told me this is the first time they've experienced this much tumbleweeds. They do get tumbleweeds every year, and neighbors tell me that they usually just push them back into the desert, but this year they've had an enormous amount of tumbleweeds here.
All right, Christian, I have not seen them up close and personal. It looks like those are probably 2 schnees high, maybe 10 feet in certain spots. How would you describe what this neighborhood looks like as someone who's standing there right now? Have you ever seen anything like this?
I've never seen anything like this before. No, it looks like, straight from a movie. There's just tons and tons of these. These were blocking the road earlier today. And again, these are surrounding the houses as well. And I did talk to the city, and they told me that this might take up, a few days to clean up or even a few weeks. They're not really sure. Right now, people can take them to, these dumpsters or the landfill to, make sure their neighborhood is clean again.
All right, Christian, last thing I have for you. Obviously, you talked to some folks out there, and they mentioned that this has happened in a way on an annual basis. Did they describe how different this tumbleweed storm has been than years past, or have they seen something like this in their neighborhood before?
They told me they've never seen anything like this before. Again, they've seen, a smaller amount and smaller in size. These are a bit larger, and they came in masses and masses. So they told me that it's a lot more different, and it's not as easy to control as it was in previous years. Again, in previous years, they were just able to, dump them back into the fields. But, right now, there's just too many. They're too large, and neighbors tell me they just keep coming back.
All right, Christian, definitely a mess for people out there in Eagle Mountain and surrounding areas. Thank you for joining us on 2 News Live to talk about the tumbleweeds, because everyone was talking about the tumbleweeds. Maybe Christian will bring some back here to the studio as a souvenir or a desk ornament or something. You can use them for different things. I've been doing a little research here. I'm not very creative, Sean, but I've been looking around. All right, we want to hear from you at home. Which describes your experience with tumbleweeds over the weekend? Scan the QR code on your screen. So I fall into the 62%, at least from over the weekend. Only saw them on social media. 29% say, I saw a few blow past. And then, 3%, my house was buried. Got to send us the photos if that's the case. So I was driving into work today. I did see the occasional tumbleweed on the side streets underneath some of the cars there. So I was surprised that I got a little firsthand experience with the tumbleweeds that happened over the weekend. Great pictures and videos, by the way. Send them our way. It wasn't just Utah that got slammed with unique weather and winter weather, depending on the location over the weekend. Snow burying the Sierras in NorCal. This video captured by the UC Berkeley Central Sierra Snow Lab just shows that snow piling up. This is the Soda Springs area. The lab said snow level surpassed 6 feet. Snow prompting the closure of several main roads leading to the Lake Tahoe and Mammoth Mountain areas. Oh, I'm sure the goods were definitely quite good if you're into skiing or riding up there in the Sierras. But how do you maneuver without the snorkel through so much snow?
You can't. And some of the ski resorts had to close down. They had too much of a good thing. Yeah, when you start getting over 5 feet of snow, because of the weight of the snow and the compaction, it actually is tough for that snow to pile up on each other. It just keeps compacting. I mean, just truly remarkable storm. They were in 70 percentile for the snowpack. After the storm, 107% of average. So
gotta love the basin here. Gotta love Nevada and Utah. We've got the water.
We sure do. Best in the country here. One of the best in the country, holding 122% in Utah from all the snow that we had, and factoring in that snowstorm. The snowpack is looking really good. So let's get to the forecast. Let's show you what's going on out there on this Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. Starting off with a look at some of those snowfall totals that we saw over the weekend, and our mountains doing really well. Park City seeing nearly 2 feet of snow. Solitude 21 inches of snow. Alta 20 inches of snow. Even Sundance getting in on the action, seeing nearly a foot of snow. And in some spots it's actually still snowing. We actually have one snow shower pushing into the Salt Lake area right now. Some snow flurries out there, 34 degrees. Yeah, it's cold this evening. You need the jacket. We're sitting at 30 in Logan, Heber at 30 degrees. Manti as well, dealing with some freezing cold temperatures. And if you're going to be traveling this evening, maybe heading out to the Jazz game, yeah, we've got a cold one here for you. A chilly walk home with temperatures there into the 20s. So the majority of the state, we're dry right now, but we're still dealing with some lingering isolated snow showers out there from Tremont down into Brigham City, into the Ogden area. Moving a little bit further towards the east into our mountains, but keeping an eye on North Salt Lake, starting to see some of the light snow there. We've got some snow flurries from Bountiful. Centerville, you got a nice clip of snow, seeing even a trace of accumulations. The models, though, show by the 10 o'clock hour we're clear. We're drying things out, but we're not completely done. Another round of some light snow developing tomorrow morning for our mountains. Then we dry things out. Then we get ready for another round of some isolated to scattered snow showers here for Wednesday night and into Thursday morning along the Wasatch Front, mainly valley rain and mountain snow once again. Then this disturbance moves in Thursday morning and could see a better chance, not heavy, nothing as substantial as a weekend, but for some scattered light snow accumulations once again for our mountains. Thursday evening, continuing on central and southern Utah, continuing to see that precipitation chance. So a couple of inches will be possible, mainly for the mountains, but along the Wasatch back, we could maybe see 1 and 2 inches of snow. Tonight we'll be down in the 20s and into the teens as we've got a cold night ahead, nice and crisp. Tomorrow, though, we start to warm things up just a little bit into the 40s for highs, 60s for highs, though, in St. George. Beautiful weather for the weekend. And then that 7-day here along the Wasatch Front, we'll see temperatures slowly creep back up. Mix of rain and snow. Thursday, not expecting much in the way of accumulations. And then that weekend, playing it outside. It's going to be great. 50s for highs with some sunshine mixing out.
A great weekend. That'll be nice. And then, of course, in our next two.
That's right. Keep an eye on that next storm right there. Yep, with some dropping temperatures.
Always another one coming.
That's right.
Thank you, Sean. Remember to download our 2 News Weather app to know about the changes in your area. Get those updated forecasts, a live radar right on your phone. The app, the 2 News Weather app, is a free app for your phone. Check it out. A volcano erupts in Ecuador on an uninhabited island. Happened this weekend. Stunning. Ecuador's Geophysical Institute says the La Cumbre volcano erupted on an island, releasing lava and gas emissions. Although the eruption did not affect humans, a number of species, including iguanas, even penguins, live on the island. Officials say this could be the largest eruption since 2017. That is a remarkable visual. Not something, obviously, that we would be very familiar with here in the great state of Utah. But when you get to see something like that, Sean,
you ever seen one in person?
kind of puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
I have not. Normally when I see something like that, I'm like, I'm going to go the other direction.
Right.
But I know a lot of people like to go towards those
Yeah.
things. I will never understand you. But I'm sure
Safely
you've seen
in the
one.
distance.
Have you seen one
I have
from a
not.
distance?
I have not.
Oh.
Not in person, but maybe one day. One day.
All right, yeah, maybe from the helicopter. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's safer or not, or if you're better off on the ground. Hey, thanks for watching 2 News Live, Monday through Friday, right here at 5:30, streaming live, KUTV.com, the 2 News mobile app, Facebook, and YouTube. If you missed anything from today, if you need more tumbleweeds, find them on the live stream there on our YouTube channel, KUTV 2 News Salt Lake City. Have a great rest of your night. We're back tomorrow. Guess what? Sean and I on Arc Salt Lake at 7 o'clock tonight. That's some must-watch television right there.